In this video, I'm going to show you how to open up an investment account and start investing if you are under the age 18 years old. So what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anfernee, and because I tend to make a lot of YouTube videos about how to build wealth in your teens, how to build a side hustle in your teens, and how to do a lot of different things, I tend to get a comment every now and then saying that they can't start these specific wealth building activities because they are under the age 18. And this comment more specifically relates to the stock market. As of right now, technically you have to be 18 years old in order to open up a stock market account for yourself to legally invest. However, there is a very simple workaround that I want to talk about in this video that will allow you to start investing at an age below 18 years old. So one of the first things that I would absolutely recommend if you are very young getting invested in the stock market is to say to you to pump your brakes a little bit and start off by trying to get some basic knowledge about how financial markets work, and also just read up a little bit about personal finance so that you're in the right headspace on why you want to build wealth. Because if you start off going about building wealth just because you want to be a millionaire so you can spend all your millions on a yacht and a mansion and build a very rich and luxurious lifestyle, then for one, you probably won't ever reach that millionaire status in the first place because you're focused on an overconsumption style life. And for two, if you do reach that status of being a millionaire, then your wealth won't last very long because you'll be spending all of the money that you make. When you're trying to build wealth in the stock market, you really want to take a slow and steady approach. And the goal for many people who have built net worth beyond $1 million and above, their goal is not to spend all of their money on yachts and mansions. They just want to live a financially independent lifestyle. So the best way to get into a good headspace about personal finance is to just start reading books that are covering the topics. One of the books that I'm reading now is called The Millionaire Next Door, and the whole premise behind that book is that many millionaires in America today don't look like your typical millionaire because they don't spend all of their money on flashy objects, but they live a rather frugal lifestyle and they focus their money more on being financially independent than actually looking rich to people who don't really like them in the first place. So some other books that I recommend is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and also Financial Freedom by Grant Sabater, as those books really incorporate how to go about investing in the stock market and also how to set your goals so you can meet them and be as financially wealthy as possible without that leading to an overconsumption lifestyle. And the very next thing that you want to do is extremely important when you're going to start investing in the stock market, and that thing is to set your expectations on what you want to get out of the stock market. A lot of the reasons why teenagers are attracted to the stock market in general is because they see it as a get rich quick way to make money. They think that their $1 is going to turn to $1 million overnight, and then they will be living a good life without having to put in much work. But if you have already done the first step even semi-correctly and gather even a little bit of basic knowledge, then you will know that the stock market is not a get rich quick way to make money. Although there are some investing styles which may more relate to gambling than investing that could allow your $1 to go to $1 million, if you are just getting started in the stock market, it is best not to chase those big gains because having a big loss early on could further deter you from investing in the long run. If you start taking big risks at the very beginning and you lose all of your money at the very beginning, then you'll be much less likely to start putting aside a little bit of money each year in your adult years so that you can start building genuine wealth. So when you're setting those expectations, you should know that the stock market returns on average about 7 to 8% year over year. This doesn't mean that every year has to return 8% because as you saw last year in 2021, the S&P 500 was up over 22%. But this means that as the highs and the lows average out, the average return is about 8%. So because we saw such a high return in 2021, we can almost expect to have a red year or a neutral year this year because the returns have been so outrageous in the past few months. And with 8%, even though that does not sound like a lot of money, if you compound that 8% every single year over time and you start to reinvest the money that you make, eventually with consistent contributions, you can reach your goal of being a millionaire or whatever your stock market dreams are well before you are at the age of retirement. And after setting your expectations, don't think it's time to start diving in with your actual money because now you may feel like you're ready on starting your journey in the stock market and becoming a millionaire, but I would still have to give you a word of caution because I really don't want you to get burned and lose all of your interest in the stock market later on in life. So the next thing that you can do is start playing around with mock money or start playing around with this term called paper money, which are accounts that allow you to trade fake money in order to get practice investing in the stock market. So paper money accounts work just like real accounts, except you don't get to withdraw the money that you make, but you still get to make all of the investment decisions that you want to. These types of accounts are great for having fun and taking risk in the very beginning because I don't expect you or expect any teenager to never want to make a risky bet. However, if you use a paper money account to make a risky bet, like to play some call options on Tesla or to do anything that someone wouldn't necessarily recommend with their real money, you could do with your paper money just to see what the outcome would be. And then at the same time, you'll get valuable practice with how to buy a stock, how to sell the stock, how market appreciation works, and how profit gains and losses are calculated. By practicing with paper money accounts, you will be able to have the same experience that a knowledgeable investor is having while not putting your money at risk. I cannot recommend these kinds of accounts enough because they simply weren't a thing back when I was going to start investing in the stock market. Had I started out with a paper money account, I would have saved myself from a bunch of losses, but now that I have that experience under my belt, I wouldn't want to recommend anyone else going through the same thing. So I definitely and highly recommend opening a paper trading account. Some awesome accounts available to you are the Webull paper trading account and the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim paper trading account. And the Webull paper trading account gives you $1 million to paper trade with, and the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform gives you $200,000 to paper trade with as well. So now that you've done all of the previous steps, I believe that now is the time that you can actually start investing in the stock market. And this is the secret on how you can open up an investment account if you are below the age of 18. So this is not necessarily a secret, but I see that not many people know about it, or just not many people take advantage of it. But what you can do is that you can get your parents to open up a custodial account for you. And what a custodial account is an account opened by a person who is 18 or over for a person who is under the age of 18. And by having a custodial account in your name, you'll be allowed to contribute money to this account. You will be allowed to make trades just like it would be if you were over the age of 18 years old. And if one day you want to transfer this to an individual checking account, the process for that is really easy as well. Some of the custodial accounts that I used in the past for myself was the Charles Schwab custodial account and also the Fidelity Investments custodial account. The process to open up a custodial account is just the same as it would be to open up a joint brokerage account. And what you would need is your parent's social security number or any identifying information, and also your social security number or any identifying information. Once you have both your parents and your information, you can then ask your parents to set up the account so that you're allowed to trade and make investments on your own. Another custodial account that I'm starting to like a whole lot recently is the M1 Finance custodial account. The more I use the M1 Finance software, the more I really like how it's structured, and eventually I'm going to start contributing a lot more money to my portfolio over there, as it is pretty cool and pretty unique in the features that it offers. But as soon as you get done watching this video, go talk to your parents and discuss why you want to open up a custodial account and how it can benefit your financial future so that you can get started on your wealth building journey today. And after you already opened up your custodial account, the next thing that I could highly recommend you do is to start finding ways to earn more money so you can start to contribute more money to your investments. If you are under the age of 18 and you already have an investment account open, then you are ahead of 99% of people who get started in the stock market in the first place. You are giving yourself so much time, and that time allows so much compound interest to work in your favor that just by starting early, you are greatly improving your chances of becoming a millionaire. And in order to further improve those chances, you can use some of the extra time that you have right now as a teenager in order to start building side hustles and start earning more money so that you can contribute as much as possible to your investment account early. Now, when I say start earning extra money, I don't mean that you have to earn an extra $10,000 a month, but just an extra $100 a month contributed to an investment account at an age under 18 could mean an extra $2 or $3 million in your investment account later on if you just allow it to sit and let it grow. I have a lot of videos on my channel already talking about how to build side hustles in your teens, but I do think that the next step after you started to fund your investments would be to go out and start building some of these other income streams so that you can flow as much as possible into your investments. And this next topic is something that I want to cover really briefly, but it is something that is really important to take note of, especially as an early investor, and that is to avoid scams or scam gurus who just want to take your money without teaching you any actual information about the stock market. I believe that one of the best places to get information about the stock market or how to invest in the stock market is either by watching YouTube videos or by reading books. There are a ton of resources on how to start getting investing without you having to pay anyone a large sum of money. But occasionally I will run across someone who's charging $397 or $497 in order to teach young people how to invest in the stock market. Now, I'm not one to knock anyone's hustle or to talk bad about anyone. However, if you're not offering any genuine value in a course like that, or if you're not working with anyone one-on-one, then that person who's buying that course will be better off just finding information on YouTube or just simply by buying books for $10 to $20 and learning the same information. Mentors and other people who want to help you get started in the stock market can be very valuable, but you have to find someone who is genuine and not just out there to take your money. So that is something I just wanted to mention very briefly. Don't go off and pay someone $1,000 to learn about investing. Just get your investing knowledge for cheap and basically for free in any other place that you can look. But with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you found any kind of value in this video at all, then don't forget to tap that like button for your boy, as it does make me really happy and it also helps the channel out a little bit. Also, if you made it to this point in the video and you want to make a little bit of free money, then go down into the description where you will see a public free stock link. And if you sign up to the public app using that link, then you will get a free fraction share of a stock of your choosing. However, I hope you really did find value in this video, and it does help you get started investing in the stock market early, because I didn't have this kind of guide when I was first getting started, and it's something that I wish I would have had. But if you want to see more videos, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one, guys.